morning. It is 6:15 and yeah, I am up. I'm gonna try to get up and out of here within half an hour. I had a great sleep. I was tired, out like a light, did go to the bathroom, easily back to sleep, warm as, comfy as, so really happy about that. Feeling a little stiff here, so it'd be good to just get up and moving and loosen up the body, but ready for another big day.
About 5.5k from Aire River, you walk along, it's fairly flat, nice and easy, and eventually you'll get to Castle Cove, which is a beautiful little lookout. It's nice to be able to sit and have a quick little break, have some water, and check out the scenery, and that's exactly what I did.
We've got electrolytes. You don't need much of the solution. It's quite strong. That is enough. No, super important to keep electrolytes this good, so especially when you're sweating or exerting yourself a bit, so just keep the balance. Just helps with your hydration, so I just want to smash a bit of water down. Didn't really drink much before I left camp this morning, so there we go. Sodium, potassium, magnesium.
I don't really like eating much when I first get up in the morning, so I have a few mouthfuls just for a bit of energy. Then I normally stop after an hour or so and eat for my breakfast. From Castle Cove it's about 7 or 8 k's to get to Johanna Beach. You walk through the bush a little bit, and then eventually make it to the beach, which is stunning. Great place if you want to have a break or have a swim. The track takes you about 500 metres along the beach as you head up towards the Johanna Beach campsite. You can't really avoid doing a stream crossing, so I had a look around, couldn't avoid it. Take off the shoes, you just walk through it. To be honest, it was actually kind of nice to have a bit of a break from the feet, and a bit of a rinse off as well. Just make sure you dry your feet afterwards.
So I just had a little stop at Johanna campsite, and yeah, just it wasn't going to be lunch, it's a bit early for me for lunch, so I made kind of good time there. But it's a bit of an extended break because I needed to put my shoes back on after taking them off from the beach, and really wanted to make sure they were kind of clean and dry, not sandy. So trying to clear out some of the sand from my shoes as well, because feet grinding in sand, not great for blister situation. I also wanted to make sure I had plenty of water, so I filled up some water and treated it because it's heating up here, and yeah, I don't want to have to be skimping on water because I'm afraid of running out, so I wanted to make sure I had plenty. Toilet stop, snack stop, and yeah, we're good. Bit of an inland section here, but the kind of farmy vibes. Green, I think it's sort of undulating hills. Nothing too major though. We'll be kidding, we're in Australia. We don't do big mountains here. So, next stop will be, next proper stop will be at Melanesia Beach campsite. Have lunch there.
From Johanna Beach to Melanesia is about 7 or 8 k's again. Quite boring, mostly undulating. You see some houses and driveways, and this guy had a cute little stall outside. He had free water and he had some chutney that you could buy. I didn't want to carry a jar though, so I didn't get any. Kind of undulating, medium difficulty going up and down. Just make sure you take the Melanesia road going down to the beach at the left at the road junction, because I missed it, but luckily I didn't go too far before correcting myself.
These views, every time you turn a corner it's a big expansive ocean view. It's so good, never gets old. So keen to hit Melanesia Beach and the campsite for much longed for lunch break, to get this pack off my back as well. Shoulders getting a little tender. Melanesia, let's go! Melanesia Beach, baby! I like this beach, I feel connection to it because it's made reference to Melanesia, so shout out to all my Solomon Islanders, Papuas, Kiribati, shout out to all you guys, even my beautiful niece, she's got a bit of Solomon Island heritage and blood running through her beautiful veins, so I feel little bit connected here, a little bit special. So you definitely want to do this part at low tide, because incoming tide about less than 2 hours from high tide just had a massive wave just come up and splash all the way up. So just gotta be careful. I'll get my feet a little bit wet, but it won't be anything too crazy. But I better get over these rocks before more big waves come. Whee! See what I mean though? That's where I gotta go, so I've gotta make a move. You know what time it is? It's swim time, baby!
I'm a bit of a water baby, so any chance I get to go for a swim, I'm keen, especially as it means you get a nice little shower and rinsing off all the sweat from you, assuming that you get nice hot weather that you can sweat in. So check this out, my feta bread. I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to get mold on it. Green spots. Green spots. What else am I gonna eat though? Too bad. Let's be honest, this isn't the first time that I've eaten stuff with mold on it. Beggars can't be choosers. I back my immune system. Mold and all. What about you? Did you eat it? Or did you just go hungry? Hoping these are blackberries. I'm eating it. I don't know anything about Australian trees and fruit. And I hope I just didn't eat something that was poisonous. But look, yum. Kids, don't follow my example. Terrible example. Still alive. Five and a half k's from Melanesia, mostly undulating but kind of more uphill to be honest. We finally get to Ryan's Den, so great little spot again, well equipped, nice little communal eating area and toilets and tank water.
So I made it to Ryan's Den and earlier than expected. Actually sat for an hour or so just chatting to some other hikers, which is cool. And now I'm just lying down and I'm going to have a little nap because I'm a bit tired, and I think that is wise given I've got a big day tomorrow. Also aware that I'll be driving tomorrow, so trying to minimise how tired and fatigued I'll be. So a little cheeky nap is on the cards, and then I will make some dinner and get all ready because your girl still doesn't have much light given that my head torch is pretty well dead. So I'm going to have a little nap now.
Having dinner and noodles, put a bit of this tuna in it, putting a little bit more of the wrap. These are actually really good because they're not just tuna. It is tuna with beans, quinoa and harissa spice, and I can confirm it's really good. It's better than just tuna on its own with the extra flavour and just the extra texture of the beans and the quinoa. So
just a couple hundred metres up from Ryan's Den campsite is the lookout, and it's such a stunning spot, especially for sunset. Highly recommend taking your dinner up there and watching the sun go down behind the mountain, or at least just a hot cup of coffee or hot chocolate. It was one of the highlights of the trip.
I pre-made, this is empty, but oats and coffee and some protein powder and stuff, and I put them in bags, 3 of these for the 3 breakfasts. And what I do at night is I just boil it up, chuck it in my container, and then kind of let it soak overnight, just so it kind of gets nice and thick, and then it is all good to go in the morning. Meal prep, easy as. It's better than, I think, just straight cold overnight, because the oats can thicken up and it's just better.